Hey, this is Kev with Blender Binge. In this quick video, I'm going to be going into the build modifier. Ready? Let's go. Now, the first thing I want to say is I'm in Blender 2.8 Alpha 2, and they've changed this icon area over here. It used to go across the top, and now they changed the icons and they go down the side here. But so like the wrench is still for modifier, the world is still for world. This guy changed a little bit, but he's still his material. So it's just changed down the side. So just know that. So the build modifier is pretty cool in that it lets you reveal faces of your object on a timeline. So for example, I'm going to get rid of this default cube, and I'm going to add a mesh, and I'm going to say grid. And then I'll say subdivisions 10, that's fine. Okay, 10 and 10, good enough. And I'm going to go over here to this little wrench. I'm going to say add modifier and build. And the thing disappears. It's not really disappeared. It's just not showing the faces yet because it transfers when the faces show up to your timeline. So if I were to go and hit play, you see it fills it in a sequential manner. You can also say randomize, and it'll now fill it in randomly. See that? So if I were to apply that, say, to, I'll get rid of the grid, and I'll mesh Suzanne and apply a build to her, same thing is going to happen. She's going to start being constructed over time on the timeline. So it's a pretty cool effect, and like I said, you can change the start, the end. Okay, so if I wanted this to start at frame 20 and end at frame 50, all right, I can hit play and it won't start until 20, and it'll go really fast and end at 50. Or I could say 1 and 250 for my whole timeline. All right, and now it goes. The effect is slower. And you see she's just kind of being drawn over time. Right? All the way to the end. And then you can randomize it too, where she'll just start getting filled in randomly. See that? So it's a pretty cool effect. It has its uses, but it's a pretty cool little modifier. And you can also do it in reverse, where you could have her just kind of disintegrate. Or randomize it, make it cooler, have it go faster, and just have her disintegrate. Okay, that's the build modifier. Pretty cool. Now you can use this with other things too. So if I were to get rid of Suzanne, go in here, hit delete, do a add, mesh, let's do a cube. Alright, I'll do a cube. I'll hit bevel. And then I'll add in another modifier on top of bevel. And I'll say array. And I can offset it a little bit and kind of, I don't know, play around. And then on top of that, I can go in and I can hit the build. And now you see that I can randomize it. And you'll see it'll just start constructing everything based on where it's at. And then you can animate stuff. So I could even take this and I can animate these. So let's just say I wanted to animate the relative offset. I could do that by just clicking in here, saying insert keyframe, and then I could move this guy out to say, I don't know, 100, why not? Push him out a little bit, insert keyframe, and now the build modifier is still going to be acting on it, but it's going to be building as it's moving out. So there's quite a bit of cool stuff that you can do with this build modifier when you start adding in a whole bunch of other things to it. And you can keyframe lots of these things and just kind of make cool like motion graphics pieces or whatever. But it's a pretty cool modifier, and it lets you just do some really cool little effects work, right? So hopefully you got something out of this. I know it's a very short video, not much detail, but it is a pretty cool little thing you can play with, and I just kind of like it, so I thought I'd show it to you. So if you got anything out of this video, hit like, subscribe, hit that little bell notification, and I'll just keep making more. Thanks. Talk to you later.